Hey, Apollo. What? Well, actually nothing. I mean, something, or maybe not. Out with it! The suspense is giving me an ulcer. Well, the trial today, I was thinking. If you gave it a score, what score would you give it? Score? Oh, gee. I guess I would, maybe, well... I'm just as bad as you. See? It's so vague. Clearly. Maki avoided a guilty verdict, which is something. Though I can't say I'm any less confused about the case. I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing. IPXX 314206. The agent registered under this number was Romain Latouche. And the victim, Mr. Latouche, who would have guessed he was actually an undercover Interpol agent? What a mess. And we don't have any idea what he was investigating. Well, true, but we know who shot him now. Lammermoor told the whole court. Wait. That voice just now. It was him. I am sure of it. That voice I heard talking to Mr. Latouche when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darien. It's another mystery, Apollo. I love mysteries. I don't. Speaking of mysteries, what's Mr. Wright up to? I wouldn't mind asking his opinion. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen Daddy around. What, is he some kind of stray that just wanders in and out at will? I wouldn't say that, but he has been going out a lot. Some top secret mission, he said. Top secret? Anyway, you can't just rely on him to save the day. And you've got me to help you. We'll be fine. Fine, right. Well, time's a wasting, as they say. Let's investigate. That's the spirit. Lammermoor dropped a bomb in court today. It was Darien. Lammermoor said she's never forgotten a voice, right? That's so cool. I guess. What's that called again? Elephant ears? I bet that's what they're called. Somehow I don't think that means what you think it means. And she has to be wrong this time. Wrong? Why? I mean, look. Those gunshots were right during the concert. That's right. I was burning at the dance floor at the time. Right. Did you happen to look up on stage? Maybe at Darien even? You bet I did. He is one of the Governors' guitarists after all. He's so cool. Oh, right. All the Governors have a rock-solid alibi. He couldn't have shot Mr. Latouche backstage. But Lammermoor heard him, didn't she? She heard Darien backstage, right? Somebody's either wrong or lying very badly here. Interpol agent. I was wondering, what is Interpol anyway? Huh? Interpol? They're the guys who catch international criminals. Why can't they just call them international police instead of making up some silly name? Yeah. Anyway, you think it was investigating Lammermoor? What? Why would anyone do that? She's not a criminal. She couldn't be. Don't be fooled by appearances is all I'm saying. But remember, I'm a magician, Apollo. I can spot a palmed coin at 50 paces. If only it were that easy. In any case, we know he was working on something. I wonder if it was something that has something to do with something. That something being our case. The last something, I mean. Something like that. Frankly, the whole thing is making my head hurt. What was Mr. Latouche up to? Aha! Trucy, was that another one of your tricks? It wasn't me. I can't even make Mr. Hat laugh like that. Wherever the mundane gives way to miracles, a word is whispered. Gramarye! Hey, the other day. Eee! Who's there? We didn't just imagine that, did we? He was wearing a silk hat. Friend of yours? Hardly. We meet again! Nice to meet you. Who are you? And could you please stop smirking like that? It's you, Uncle Valent! Uncle Valent? He's your uncle? No, silly. It's the great Gramarye, Valent Gramarye, the Grand Magician. Yes, it is I, the great Valent Gramarye, as seen on television. And could you please stop smirking like that? It's been a while, Miss Trucy. 7 years to be exact. My, how you've grown. Good to see you again, Uncle Valet. You look exactly the same. I hate to intrude, but what is a great magician doing paying us a visit? I believe it was you who wished to see me. So be quick with your questions. And do not quail, quake, or quiver. I am quite tame. Though my stardom may steer the sight, I am quite down to earth when need calls. He does have a certain aura to him, it's true. Let's ask him about the case, Apollo. His aura sure isn't lost on our magician in the making. She's practically drooling with enthusiasm. After all, Uncle Valet's one of Daddy's best friends. That's why I call him Uncle. Well, what? Daddy? You mean Mr. Wright? No, I mean my real daddy. Chusey's real father? Wait, Apollo. Don't tell me you don't know about Troop Grammary. Troop Grammary, huh? No, but it does sound kind of familiar. Oh, lost life, lamentably listless lad! To not know of the greatest troop of magicians on the planet! Valiant Grammary, the name began to surface in my mind. It was a name I'd heard on television as a child. You bet you've heard the name. He made a cruise ship disappear and blew up an amusement park. Oh, and he made all this gold disappear from a safe. And then escaped from a high security prison. You said he is a magician? I open the locks to hearts chained by mediocrity. This is the true miracle of Troop Grammary. Wait. What, Apollo? I do remember seeing you on television a long time ago. Weren't you with someone else? Like a duo? A duo? Yeah, you had a partner. Something Grammary. Yes, Zach Grammary. A masterful maker of magic, a capable crafter of shining showmanship. Why is everyone so quiet? Daddy? Oh, no way! Once upon a time, Troop Grammary included 2 grand magicians. Myself, Valence Grammary, and my partner, Zach Grammary. And this Zach he was my real daddy. Chusey's father, a magician. I guess it makes sense. I had no idea. There wasn't much point in talking about it, not now that he's gone. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's okay. I'm not lonely. I've got my daddy after all. And you make me laugh, Apollo. Glad that I'm good for comic relief at least. Not that I see Daddy around much these days. I've been remiss in remembering my reasons for my visit. Reasons? 2, in fact. The first being, of course, to see you, Miss Chusey. You don't know how happy I am to see you again, Uncle Valet. I'm sure you are. Not one for modesty, are you? When I encountered you at the Coliseum, the first time in 7 years, I could feign not contain my emotions. I wept oceans! And to learn you now defend that poor pianist, that blinded boy, was a hot topic of talk amongst the staff, you know. And defend him you did! Well, it wasn't all my doing. I'm his defense attorney, actually. My other reason for coming here today was this. That's a videotape? Quite so. A recording of the concert, no less. I've brought it for you, Chusey, on behalf of Troop Grammary. Will you watch it? Sugar, sugar, oh, that night in your embrace, when you stole away the keys, my heart held on to so tight. Pleasure, but a fleeting melody. It wraps itself around me, and now through the air I fly. My love away, all away, like guitar up together to the sky. Wow, it's almost as good as it was live. So what's the word? Mysterious. There are more mysterious things than her song going on. Way more mysterious. Ah! This Valiant Grammary has good reasons to be here today. But I wonder what his reasons were to be at that concert. So I was wondering, that stunt in the middle of the song there, I didn't see a stunt. What about Lammermoor vanishing and reappearing? Oh, that? I guess I'm so used to seeing that happen I didn't even notice. So young to be so jaded. A simple sleight of hand, a petite prestidigitation. A modicum of magic from me to you. So that's why you were at the concert. Yes. I was there to watch my trick take to the air. So you're the one who knows how it was all done. Of course, I am like a deity with the stage as my domain. I suffer no mystery upon those floodlit boards and not grasp twilight twixt my fingers. It is the potent primeval power I possess. Well, do you think you could tell me how it was done? Hey now, Trucy? That's like totally against the rules, Apollo. Not during a murder investigation, it's not. Mais non, for my illusions are mine alone, monsieur. Also what? Recall that the terrible occurrence happened later, well after my illusion entrance to the audience. Oh, don't even ask, I won't answer. Too bad for you, Apollo. Whose side are you on? I, Valiant Grammary, now make my leave, Miss Trucy. There's no need to rush, Uncle Valiant. You should stay a while. I am afraid I cannot. I may not. I shall not. I have been asked to assist with an analysis, and so I shall slink back to the scene. So you'll be at the concert venue today? Correct. If you would call on me, come to the Coliseum. See you later, crocodile. With a whirl of his cloak and a wink of his eye, he turned and walked out through the door, normally. Well, there you go, Apollo. Let's get cracking. Right. Valiant Grammary. I've got a few more things to ask him. Foremost among them, that bit of magic that made Lammermoor disappear. And how he knows Trucy and her real father. Maki may not be guilty, but he's still a suspect. But they don't have any decisive evidence. Yeah, but only someone as small as him could have gotten out of that room. Right. The air vent. And he lied. Lied? Maki Dobai can see. Ah, Maki. Speak of the devil. He looks like he's doing okay. I forget. Why did we come here? It's not like we can talk to him or anything. Words are overrated. Feelings are what matter, Apollo. It's kind of hard to build a court case on feelings. But since we're here anyway, might as well get what I want to say off my chest. If you need someone to complain to, I'll listen. I think she's actually worried for me. So, what did you think of the trial today? I'm glad he doesn't understand English after all. If he did, he would have been scared out of his mind by that trial. Hey, all's well that ends well. You have to be more goal-oriented. If he's innocent, we win. No, if he's found not guilty, we win. Maki might not understand English, but I bet he gets that better than you do. Uh-huh. I'm glad Lammermoor testified. What a great person. She even got Maki off the hook by naming another suspect. Darien of the Gaviners, the detective. I wonder if Maki knows what happened. I mean, if he could follow how the trial went at all. If no one told him there's a new suspect, how would he know? Hey, what is it, Apollo? No, it's nothing. I must be imagining it. Imagining what, Apollo? It's just, I couldn't help but feel that, I don't know. Maki, he doesn't understand what we're saying, right? How could he? He's a young Virginian. He doesn't speak English. Yeah, but my bracelet is reacting to him. Huh? Maybe it's malfunctioning? Or it's scared because you keep making those I'm so mad faces. Was I that bad? Maki lied about not being able to see. But what if that's not all he lied about? If you're curious about it, there's only one thing to do. You should ask him. I think it'll take something big to get to him. Some kind of undeniable evidence. We'll be back, Maki. Woo, what a great day. It's perfect weather for sleuthing. The weather matters for an investigation? Don't some days just feel like magic days or defense days? Sure, let's get started, shall we? Right on, show us your stuff, Apollo. What stuff? Your voice training. This is the perfect place for it. I did enough at home, thanks. Aw, there's no need to be shy. Keep that up and you'll never make it on the big stage. I'm happy in the courtroom, thank you. I am a lawyer. Then you're in luck because it's lawyer weather today. Don't you just want to face the blue sky and shout, objection? Look, the weather has nothing to do with lawyers. Let's get going already. Ah, Mr. Attorney. Lemuror! I'm sorry about today. There's nothing you need to apologize for. You were merely defending Maki. Are you okay? Alone, I mean. Humans are blessed with 5 senses. Even robbed of one, we get by. Though it does make being a witness rather difficult. Speaking of seeing, you knew who we were before we spotted you just now. And we weren't even talking. I heard your footsteps several times the day before. Oh. You must have great ears. Ears that heard the crime taking place. Or so she claimed yesterday, but how? That was quite a statement you made today in court. About hearing Darian Crescen's voice at the scene of the crime. I did not know his name, but I never forget a voice. Wait. Lammeror, is something the matter? That voice just now. It was him. I am sure of it. No way! As I said in court, I was on my way backstage from the stage. That is when I heard his voice. I'm guessing Darian and Mr. Latouche were talking about something? The next moment, I heard those gunshots. Why didn't you call security? To be honest, though the noise was quite frightening, I never imagined the gunshots might be real, and I was in quite a hurry myself. I left the scene at once. So it really was Darian's voice that she heard? Yeah. At least she certainly thinks it was. I met Maki before my debut as Lemuror. I was singing in a restaurant in Virginia. And he was playing the piano? Yes. He was very kind to me when he learned I could not see. Is that when you started playing opposites? With Maki pretending he couldn't see? No, it wasn't then. That began after our major debut. After I became known as the landscape painter in sound. It must have been tough for Maki, pretending he couldn't see and all the while acting as your eyes. We held hands always. He would write with his finger on my palm to signal to me things I should know. He's a smart, gentle boy. I think I see what she's getting at. Maki would never harm a soul. About Mr. Latouche. Ah, yes. He was an Interpol agent, I hear. So you had no idea? Of course not. No one did. I guess that's what it means to be undercover. But someone was after him. They had to know who he really was. Why did he pose as my manager? I do not understand. You have no idea? I can only assume that he was investigating me, but why? What makes you think that? Perhaps it is not so, but I cannot deny the possibility. because of my condition. As my present is veiled in darkness, so too is my past, clouded from memory. Clouded, right. The darkness that I fear is not the darkness that I see whenever I open my eyes. The real darkness lies in my heart. In your heart? I have no memory of the time before I became Lamiror. I awoke from darkness into darkness, you might say. I was singing in a restaurant those days. What was it that you said about not being able to remember the light? I do not know my past. Perhaps I committed some terrible crime in my past. Everything before becoming Lamiror is lost to me. But I don't think you... I can think of no other explanation. Why else would an agent of Interpol approach me? Do you think your past might be related to this case? No way. That seems really unlikely to me. I mean, you're such a sweet person, Lamiror. I thank you. Maki too tells me this often when I fear who I might have been. We took a look at your performance again. It was even better the second time. Thank you. That reminds me. That was an incredible illusion you pulled off. Illusion? When you teleported from one stage to the other, remember? Ah, yes. Apparently they hired a professional magician. Valiant Grammary. I was wondering, do you think you could tell us how it was done? I'm afraid I cannot. Mr. Grammary made me swear to never tell a soul. I was afraid of that. Hard to be a magician if you can't keep a secret, you know? Ah, I am reminded that I wish to speak about something. Yes? When I was walking this hallway before, I stumbled upon a small device of some kind. It was lying on the floor. Device? Maybe you mean this? That's been lying there since the day before yesterday. Might I touch it? I thought as much. What? What did you think? This is one of our headsets. Everyone on staff was wondering a concert. I wonder whose this is. We use it for communication. It would be quite inconvenient should it go missing. We'll hold on to it for you then. We'll give it to Prosecutor Gavin when we see him. Yes, that's best. Thank you. So, can I put it on? Attached? I'm not some kind of robot, Apollo. Everyone on staff was wearing one of these headsets. This might warrant some further inquiry. Can I ask you about this headset, Lamiror? You said that all concert staff were wearing one? That's correct. You need them to communicate across such a large stage. Everyone on the staff had one, of course. And all of the band members too, I should think. So Prosecutor Gavin and his lackeys had him on too, then? They're quite helpful, though limited. They only work within 30 feet or so. After all, they're only for use on stage. And a stronger signal would interfere with the sound system. That makes sense. You'd think someone would notice if they dropped their only communications lifeline. So why was this one lying here? That song, isn't that the one Lamiror was singing? Yeah, you're right. The guitar Serenade. Wow, I'd love to do a show on a stage like this. I'd come to see that. The house is full, and as one, the audience sighs with wonderment. There I am, singing my ballad, rose petals swirling through the air. Not bad. Wait, aren't you a magician? Oh. That's right, I was a magician, wasn't I? Some dedication. Aha! If it isn't Miss Trucy, and indeed it is. Uncle Valiant. What exactly are you doing here? I take real responsibility in tasks undertaken. I am inspecting my equipment of illusion to make sure naught is amiss. The Lamiror teleportation illusion. Ooh. Should anything go wrong, it would reflect poorly upon me and my troop. As I went about my exacting examination, I happened to notice that piano. And I remembered that fair lady's melancholy melody. Hey Apollo, maybe Uncle Valiant can shed some light on this whole thing for us. I was wondering about the show the night of the murder. Lamiror's vanishing act was your illusion, right? Indeed. The purple prosecutor petitioned my performance. At the climax of the song, he said, "Make her disappear. Like a dream." Like a dream. Yet, what can I work with on a stage meant for musical endeavors? There are none of the conveniences of a stage built for sorceress acts. It was a challenging task, and so I accepted. She disappeared from the top of the tower. But in order to move, you would have had to use some sort of secret tunnel. People come to me because I am a professional among professionals. My illusions are custom made for a time and a place. Now, because of the murder, all the eyes of the nation are on this concert. Not a bad thing as far as the fortunes of Troop Grammary are concerned. So you were here checking up on your trick to make sure it went well. And it went well it did. Now, speaking of pianos, that piano over there troubles me. It troubles you? Why? Why? Why do you ask why? I think it's probably quicker if I just go check it out myself, thanks. I know what you are thinking in that head of yours. Grammary, yes, you say. I recall seeing him on television. Something of that sort? Actually, yes, you're right. Wow, he just read your mind, Apollo. Or everyone tells him that and he made a good guess. It was 20 years ago. A young magician, a genius of his time, came down among us. His name was Magnifi Grammary. It was he who began the great Troop Grammary. At his prime, not a day passed that he did not play upon the screens of every TV there was. I do have a vague memory of someone like that on TV. Yet, several years ago, that time came to an end. My troop pulled a vanishing act, yes. Cries for magic no longer heard. The TV screen a barren away, stripped of illusion. But that's not true. I still went to all your shows. Like that one in the parking lot down in the supermarket. When you start playing in supermarket parking lots, you know you're in trouble. We hone our skill at these small venues, always awaiting our time. Yes, one day we will rise up from obscurity onto fame's shining stage once more. I do this not only for the magic that is Grammary, but for my partner. Your partner? You mean... Yes, Zach Grammary, Trucy's father. Before he disappeared 7 years ago. There was no name higher than Grammary in show business circles. None. I will see us return to glory. I, Valence Grammary. Our founder, Magnifi Grammary, was truly a genius, a worker of miracles. I'll never forget the one I saw when I was little. How he made that whole jumbo jet go, what happened to the jet again? Apparently someone doesn't remember it as well as they thought. Of all the would-be magicians who came to his door, only Zach and I had the talent. In no time at all, Valence and Zach were the shining stars in the Grammary crown. Cool, huh? And Zach Grammary was my daddy. Now that Magnifi and Zach are gone, I have but one wish. Let it be I, Valence Grammary, who brings the Grammary miracle back to the big stage. I'm rooting for you. Miss Trucy, you cannot grow up quick enough. I need your skill by my side. One skill, coming up. How do we manage to get off the topic of the case so quickly all the time? That's one big piano. I've never actually played one. Yeah, you should get Mr. Wright to teach you sometime. No good. He can't play either. I kind of feel bad for the guy now. Maybe now's my big chance. Stand back. This could be the debut of a prodigy. Ew. Did you make that noise just now? Let me try it again. You know, I think something's stuck in the piano. Time to take a look under the hood. Huh? Look, this was stuck between the strings. It looks like some kind of switch. Someone must have thrown this into the piano. Uh-oh. There's only one person I know who can munch with such venom. What are you doing here? Hello, Emma. You're looking as grumpy as ever. Oh, and am I supposed to be happy? You give me the second degree in court, and Prosecutor Gavin makes me look like a fool. You're talking about the bloodstain Miss Latus left? My department chief had a field day with that one. Even a blind person could see the shooter wasn't blind. Funny guy, huh? But that bloodstain helped uncover the biggest mystery of all. Now we know that Mr. Latus was really with Interpol. We wouldn't have found that out without you. I suppose. Maybe that's why the chief gave me these after he was finished chewing me out. Said it was my reward. Are chocolate snackoos popular down at the precinct or something? I was hoping we could check out the crime scene again. Be my guest. You're not going to find any clues in here. Though I did find something strange. Something strange? I met my embarrassment quota for the year, that's for sure. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? How? I mean, think about it. Now you don't have to be embarrassed about anything else all year. If only it worked that way. It just bugs me to think that little kid outsmarted me. And it makes him even more suspicious now that we know we can see. He could have seen the air duct and he could have shot that revolver. But that's not how it sounded in Lamaurore's testimony. You mean her saying she heard Detective Darian's voice at the scene? That's right. Why can't we have a normal, straightforward killing once in a while in this country? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Was it true what you said in court today? You know, about the case? About how everything was happening according to those song lyrics? The guitar serenade, you mean? I found the link, you know. First, Prosecutor Gavin's heart-shaped keyring was stolen. Then Lamauroore flew through the air. Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar caught on fire. And in the end, a bullet took Mr. Latus's life. And he went up into the sky with the guitar. Well, 15 feet up at least. It is kind of hard to chalk it up to coincidence. I know, and I found it. You think the same person did all of this? Don't ask me, I didn't do it. Neither did I. I couldn't fit through that air vent anyway. What? You all think I did it? Sometimes I worry about that girl. So, what did you find? It's so little I must have passed over it yesterday. I found it under the sofa. What is it? Part of some device, I think. I haven't a clue what. The bit sticking out from the end looked familiar, so I had it examined. Turns out it's an antenna. Ooh, like on a beetle? Like on a cell phone. This device must use an electronic signal of some sort. An electronic signal, you say? Do you think you could take a look at this? A small device. Looks like a transmitter. A transmitter? You press the switch here and it sends out a signal. No idea what it's for, though. A signal? You mean an electronic signal? What is it, Apollo? Say, Emma. You know that strange object you said you found? Oh, this? Let me try pressing the switch. Yo! It's on fire! Emma's device is on fire! What's the big idea? Well, now we know what this is, an igniter. This part here must work like a lighter. It nearly lit me up, that's for sure. Hey, don't look at me like that. I didn't do it on purpose. I suppose. At least we're getting somewhere with this case. Hey, Apollo. Let's ask Emma more about this switch. Now that she has some first-hand experience. What are you trying to do? Burn me alive? Come on, it was just a few sparks. Says you. You weren't the one holding it. There's enough sparks flying around here just with you two talking. Anyway, now we know this is a remote for an igniter. Let me see that for a second. Well, this is definitely a little transmitter. The signal's weak, probably only reaches 30 feet. A transmitter, huh? Incidentally, if you look at a cross-section diagram of the stage area... Let's see, 30 feet from Lamaurore's dressing room. That covers the backstage completely. It also looks like it would cover the stage. It kind of seems unlikely anyone would use this on stage. Guess I'd best be getting on with my investigation. We're off to look for more clues elsewhere then. I feel better just knowing what this thing is now. I'll have to look into igniters a bit more later. Good luck! I'd like to know a bit more about igniters myself. What? Come to laugh at the murderer? Darian. That old bag opens her pie hole and wham bam, my life goes down the chute. Thanks! They won't let me work while I'm a suspect. Darian isn't in the best of moods, is he? Not many people are these days, it seems. It is a crime scene, not exactly the happiest place to hang out. Then Gavin had to go rub salt in the wound. My alibi's rock solid. Rock solid! So, about your alibi, you have to ask. The shooting happened right in the middle of the third set. That's right. The music was blaring when we heard those gunshots. And found Mr. Latouche dead. I've got 10,000 witnesses who saw me, too. Right there on that stage. Your guitar playing was something else. Thanks, little lady. See? This whole thing's a sham. I can't believe they aren't letting me work. There's no need to yell at me. It's Lammeror's fault. She was the one who said she heard his voice at the moment of the crime. Man, I never even talked to that old windbag. How could you possibly identify me? They won't let you work. He won't let me work. Gavin says I gotta lie low till the suspicion is clear. What suspicion? He can be such a stick in the mud. Mr. Gavin, a stick in the mud? He may look all flashy and showy, but he's straight as an arrow, man. Except when he's depressed. You hear him whining the other day? Oh, you mean the thing with the mixing board? And then there was that performance just now. What was that all about? This part is off. Which is that? Second guitar. Ah. It was you, Darian. He's just a perfectionist is all. Not a bad guy, really. Well, I think the Gaviners are the best. I have all your albums. The band's fine, too. Gavin can write a good tune, I'll give him that. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Prosecutor Gavin around much. Oh, him? He's down at the prosecutor's office, most likely. The prosecutor's office? I've never been there, have I? The data on the victim should have come in from Interpol. Normally, I'd be down there dealing with it, and normally... Paula, let's go check it out. I've always wanted to see the prosecutor's office. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. Right on. Say hi for me, okay? Oh, and screw you. And tell him I want into that crime scene. We'll be going now. Hey, wait. Yes? What do you really think happened? Really? You don't think I did it, right? Well, great. Way to instill a guy with some confidence. Just remember, I was ripping it up on stage when it happened, okay? Ripping! Don't get led astray by some siren song, eh? Get this one wrong, and you'll be eating humble pie for a year. I'll bake it myself. Let's not talk to him anymore, alright? Detective Darian Crescend. He's one stone I'd leave unturned if I had a choice. So, this is it. The Gaviner's head office. It's not the band's office, it's the prosecutor's office. Yeah, so that's why I'm asking you, what is this creepy thing, object, whatever? Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. Oh well, guess we'll have to come back. Or we can hide behind that bookshelf for a quiet like. That's eavesdropping. Why? We just be waiting, quietly, so he won't notice. What if we heard something scandalous about the band? She'd make a good reporter for a gossip mag. What? A replica? So why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, Latouche! Latouche? Look, don't taunt me on with these Virginians, okay? Just get me that report, chop chop. And stop leaving mysterious objects in my office, okay? It's times like this when I start to miss Darien. Huh? Ermaya? Tee? Just thought we'd drop in. Hope you're not mad. How could I be? There's not enough tee in the world in any case. Have a seat. Prosecutor Gavin, the philanthropist. Watch and learn, Apollo. So, who have you come to see? Huh? Clavier, lead vocalist for the Gaviners? Or Prosecutor Gavin, scourge of the courtroom? What do you think he means, Apollo? I think he's giving us a choice. We can either ask him about the concert or the case. Which way to go? Ah, that reminds me. Did you see the paper today? Yes. I always read the TV section. Good girl. How about you, Air Forehead? I read the funnies. Then you will not have seen this. Concert of Tragedy, the prosecutor's deadly song. Ooh, is that a new show? I haven't heard about that one. It's not a show, it's an article. News, you know. Oh, does this have anything to do with the case? Since getting back from the trial, my phone has been ringing off the hook. How does it feel to take a man's life with a song? Have you ever hummed a man all the way to death row? Do you think you could sing for me over the phone? It is endless, endless, thanks to the case you made today, of course. Oh, that was all Apollo's idea. Hey! Huh? Is that a newspaper over there, too? Ah, yes, the Virginian Daily Bugle. Go ahead, take a look. Thanks, but I can't read Virginian. Oh, that's right. Suffice to say, this is big news over there as well. Though they didn't go so far as to mention the lyrics to my song. Probably no one in Virginia could believe it. It's probably seen as just a theory at this point. Their journalists didn't see the need to mention it. That makes sense. I hardly know what to think of it myself. Lammermoor's testimony will probably be in the evening edition, I imagine. Which is why I've had Darien step down from the investigation for now. Yeah, we ran into him moping in front of the Coliseum. Lammermoor was my invited guest, so it is a rather delicate situation. You understand how much I want to solve this case, quickly if possible. I really love that song. It has such a great atmosphere to it. You co-wrote it with Lammermoor, if I remember correctly? That's right. It was last year. I had gone to tour Virginia's legal system, as a matter of fact. And that's when you heard Lammermoor's voice? It was at a small jazz club. I wept that night. I knew I had to meet her, to talk with her. So I used my influence, which is not inconsiderable, to arrange a meeting. Wow, prosecutors really have a lot of clout. I think he's sort of a special case, Trucy. Thankfully, she liked the work I did, and we wrote a song right there, backstage. Maki on piano, that dulcet voice, and myself on guitar that I borrowed from Lammermoor. And music history was made. Probably not an experience your average lawyer would ever have, like Apollo, say. It is a memory I hold dear, and the song we wrote that night was this. And that very guitar is right over there. You mean this charred lump? Don't call it a lump, that's a piece of history. And it's only browned, not really charred. No matter, I shall never sing that song again. I wouldn't have used that guitar again either, even if I could have. What happened during that song anyway? Why did his guitar suddenly catch on fire? Do you think you could show it to us? Your charred, slightly burnt guitar? I'm sure he doesn't mind. What more could happen to it? That was an impressive bit of pyrotechnics that did this. That's the guitar from the concert, isn't it? I thought it was one of the staff playing a gag on me. I never guessed that wasn't the end of it. I had a specialist analyze the guitar, incidentally. Ooh, did you find anything out? He didn't have a lot of time, so it's still unclear. But the results he came up with were intriguing. Intriguing? How does that guitar tie into everything that went on? Sounds like something we should ask about. What's that on the plate there? Is that gum? Gum? Maybe he was chewing it when the phone rang, so he put it on the plate for later consumption. You'd think a rock star could afford a fresh stick. Don't jump to any conclusions now. That's no chewing gum. Take a closer look. Although, I really shouldn't be offering, should I? What is that? It looks like a lump of plastic? Wait, that phone call. Yeah, so that's why I'm asking, what is this creepy thing, object, whatever? Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. What? A replica? So why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, Latouche. Prosecutor Gavin, does this have something to do with Mr. Latouche? Wait a second. You were listening to my phone call, weren't you? Who, us? I tried to stop him, really, but he forced me to. Hey, you were the one digging for a scandal, Ms. Reporter. To tell the truth, I'm not even sure what it is. But apparently it's a model of something undercover agent Mr. Latouche was after. This lump. Would you mind telling us what you do know about it? It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like Lamoureux. How did it end up here? She gave it to me. I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made a present of it. So this guitar is from Virginia. That it is. We couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity ruined the wood. So we vacuumed back into the Lamoureux studio. I used a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right up to my office for me. Pristine and untouched. See, prosecutors do have a lot of clout. I still think he's a special case. Such a valuable guitar. It's too bad it got burned. What was it that you were saying earlier? Something about intriguing results from an examination of the guitar? That's right. What was that all about? Well, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front? It is called the sound hole. Ah, so that's what it's called. Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort. A broken device? Yes, this in fact. The examiner is busy with evidence for the case now, however. So he'll be checking this out once he's finished with everything else. Odd. That device looks strangely familiar. This was found in Mr. Latouche's bag. It's apparently a replica of something. A replica? It's a small lump about 1.5 inches long. We analyzed it, but there's not much to say other than it's a lump of plastic. Perhaps it was to be used in the identification of whatever it is a replica of. You mean whatever Mr. Latouche was after? That seems to be the most logical explanation. Well, what is it? Don't ask me, Fraulein. Oh? If you don't want to tell us, you could just say so. I've put it in a request to Interpol with my contacts in Virginia. But apparently there's a block on information somewhere along the chain. Oh? There's something either Interpol or Virginia doesn't want to share. Something about this little piece of plastic. Mr. Latouche went through all that trouble to become Lamoureux's manager. Just to come to this country to find out more about this lump? And he died for it. I've sent someone to the Coliseum to fetch Lamoureux. Perhaps you know something about it, being a Virginian. It has to be one of these. What is it, Apollo? That device that was found in your guitar. Take a look at this. Why, that looks like the same thing. What is it? It's an igniter. Another one? It was at the crime scene in Lamoureux's dressing room. Detective Sky found it, actually. At the scene of the crime? What could that mean, I wonder? I believe that covers everything I'm at liberty to talk to you about. Oh, thanks for dropping by, Air Forehead. Thanks? Why, you gave me so much information. That igniter, for instance. Oh, that. I've never met an attorney so forthcoming with the prosecution. It's a big help. Or perhaps you're just a tad naive, hmm? I guess I could have hit it, but somehow showing it felt like the right thing. I could say the same to you, Prosecutor Gavin. Thanks for the information. About the, strange lump of plastic. The one that Mr. Latouche was investigating? Hey, that's right. I've been thinking, Air Forehead. We encounter many incidents in our lives, all of us. Not all of them simple. Especially not the ones where people are killing to song lyrics. That is why I try to at least remain simple inside. And I keep a simple goal, to discover the truth. That's why I like to keep relations civil, yeah? That is all. I can live with that. Mr. Prosecutor? Fraulein. Can I ask you why you sing in a band? Because I want women to turn and look when I walk down the street. That's pretty simple, too. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. Another time, perhaps. Oh, it's you. You came at a good time. Hello there, Emma. What's up? Either of you know where Labrador is? Well, I saw her in the backstage hallway a while ago. Yeah, that's strange. What's strange? I can't find her anywhere. I was supposed to bring her to the prosecutor's office. Labrador's missing? It's hard to imagine her wandering off somewhere on her own, being that she's blind and all. Yeah, we'll help you look for her. Great, thanks. This place is deserted. I wonder where Lammer went off to. I'm sure she's okay on her own. She seems resourceful. I guess, but I can't help worry about her a little. Huh? The stage is pitch dark. The power breaker must be off for this section. Great. I'll go get someone. Yipes, it was really dark out there. Dark. That's all Lammeror has when you think about it. What would it be like to live in a world of darkness? Hey, Apollo. Huh? What? Doesn't something about the stage seem different to you? Like something's changed? Changed? I can't put my finger on it, but it's bugging me. Now it's bugging me too. What's she talking about? Hey, that case. Wasn't that open before? Huh. I guess someone closed it. Wait, look, where the case closes. Something's sticking out. That doesn't look like an instrument. You don't think it's... Let's open it, Apollo. Eek! Labrador! Labrador! Emma! We have to get Emma! Labrador was taken directly to the hospital. Emma ran around, barking orders, making phone calls. Trucy just clung to my arm and cried. And me, I was still in shock. 2 bodies in 2 days is too many. Emma, how's Labrador? Is she okay? You. We all owe you a big thanks, that's for sure. So, she's okay? Yes, she came to a short while ago. You found her before it was too late. That's good to hear. So, what happened? Someone attacked her. She was struck in the forehead. By who? We don't know. But they hit her on the forehead, right? That's right in front of her. How could she not... Oh... Right. Would you like to see her now? Is that alright? She wants to thank you for saving her life. Lammeror! Ah, Mr. Attorney. You were the one who found me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm just glad you're okay. Tell me, what happened? It was after I spoke with you in front of the dressing room. I sensed someone approaching. I thought it might be someone coming to see me, but they said nothing. When I went to return to my dressing room. You were hit? I knew that very moment. I knew! The assailant was trying to kill me. No. It was lucky for me the first blow did not knock me out. I turned and ran for the stage. Someone was chasing me. I could hear footsteps. Yet I reached the stage first. Why the stage? I had overheard maintenance people talking. The power to the stage area was off, they said, for electrical work. Ah. Darkness is my ally. There was a contrabass case near the stage. That is where I hid. So the assailant couldn't see you. What's in the case? I'm afraid I passed out. Wow, that sounds like a really close call. Do you have any idea who it might have been? Unfortunately, no. Whoever it was, they said not a word. Too bad. Yet, when I consider that I was struck high on the forehead, I must conclude that whoever hit me was taller than I am. Good point. She's sharp. And you're much taller than I am. You're about as tall as Apollo. So that means it was likely an adult and probably a man. Could it be him? But why would anyone attack you, Lamaror? The detective asked me this too. And to her I gave the same answer as I give you. I do not know. Ah, Lamaror, I wanted to ask you about this. Do you know what this is? This is what? Mr. Latus was carrying it. It's a replica of the thing he was after. He was after? You know, in his secret identity. As an undercover agent. So that's what he was doing. You mean you know what? Yes, I know, of course. This must be a Virginian cocoon. Or rather, a convincing replica thereof. Why haven't I heard of a Virginian cocoon before? Why would he be carrying this around? Was it some kind of souvenir? I wonder. Well, they call it Virginian. It must only be found in Virginia. For certain, all in Virginia know of these. It's a cocoon, so do you get silk from it? I do not know the details, I am sorry to say. I thought you said all in Virginia knew of these. There is one fact I do know about the cocoon, though. Something all in Virginia know. What's that? The cocoons, they are not to be taken out of the country. If someone does and is caught, they will be put to death. To death? Why? I do not know. Yet, if Interpol was involved, I'm sure there is a good reason. But this is just a piece of plastic. He was carrying a replica, but looking for the real deal. That's my best guess. So that's what he was up to. Tracking down Virginian cocoon smuggling. Smuggling. It seems I was marked. Marked? Life changed for me with the popularity of my songs. I began to travel around the world. Ah, so you could have brought those Virginian cocoons with you. On my trips, yes. That was probably the suspicion, and Mr. Latus was placed as an undercover agent to look into it. Virginia is a small, sheltered country. Not many of our people venture into the world outside. Is that why they suspected you? But Mr. Latus wasn't a Virginian, was he? He was an Interpol agent, which means... What, Apollo? There must be some reason why Virginia doesn't want those cocoons getting out. Something scary enough to get Interpol involved. Huh? Like what? How could such a tiny ball of thread cause such a commotion? Cocoon smuggling. And Mr. Latus had Lamaror marked. It couldn't be her. Huh? There's one other person I need to talk to. Thank you for talking to us, Lamaror. It was the least I could do. Actually, I have another request. If it is within my power, I need an interpreter. Someone who speaks Virginian. Apollo? Would you come with us, if you're well enough? I see. Yes, of course. I shall accompany you. Huh? Where are we going? Come on, Trucy. We're about to get to the bottom of this. Maki, we came to talk to you about the case. Maki. Could you interpret for us, Lemuror? Yes. Maki, I'd like to talk to you about when we first met. When we still thought you were blind. Now we know the truth. You can see, right? I was completely fooled myself. Maki, isn't there another secret you're hiding from us? Wait, Mr. Attorney, what do you mean by secret? What do I mean by secret? Well... if I'm not mistaken, you know something about this, don't you? Hey, you got a reaction. A big one! Maki, you didn't. Trucy and I are trained to see people's uncertainty. Not that we would have needed any training to see that one. Mr. Attorney, please tell me what this is all about. Lemuror, please interpret. Very well. I know you know something about this by your reaction. If you won't tell me, I might have to give it to the prosecution. And have them look into it. He asked you to wait. Do not be so hasty. Mamaki. Do you know everything? Yes, everything. Well, sort of. Have him tell us about it. Very well. What is this cocoon anyway? The cocoon, the silk, is a potent cure. A cure? It must cure some disease. It's a cure for incuritis. A cure for incuritis? But if it's a cure, why keep it in Virginia like that? Just think of all the lives they could save by sharing the medicine. I do not understand the reasons myself. Okay, well, at least we know what it is. A cure. And Mr. Latouche was after cocoon smugglers. Wait, was Maki... Maki, you weren't... He couldn't be a smuggler. He's so little. Well, you're only 15 and you're sort of a magician, aren't you? Well, that's true. I am sort of a magician. She said sort of. Oh, to have a copy of that security camera tape. Well, Maki, are you a smuggler? He won't tell me. First he plays blind, now he plays dumb. I wonder, do you think he brought a cocoon here to sell it to someone? If Maki really did bring one to the country, was he planning on making a deal for its sale? I can't go home. Can't go home. I can't go home to Virginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Virginia is death. That's right. It's punishable by death. About the case? What about the case? He wants to tell us about Mr. Latouche's death? This meeting's over. Darian? What do you mean? Visiting hours aren't over yet? There's a call for Maki from the Virginia Embassy. This meeting's over. Sorry. Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that. Sorry, no go. Come on, piano boy. We're leaving. Darian, wait. I never liked you. Either of you. Huh? Darn it, we were so close. He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo. You didn't want us to hear what Maki had to say. Apollo? And there could be only one reason why. Why is everyone ignoring me? Oh, sorry, this is it. I know who I'm after now. It all happens tomorrow, in court.